The first thing I'm going to do today is explain the definition of mitosis. Mitosis is the splitting of the nucleus to form two identical daughter cells that are identical to one another. Both the daughter cells are diploid. The next thing you guys should know about mitosis is that there are four main stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. I know that some people associate more than these four stages, like pro-metaphase, which falls between prophase and metaphase. They associate cytokinesis, which is the splitting of the cell, which falls after telophase. And those are still key factors of mitosis, but those are not the main factors. So I'm going to open up this diagram I drew, which can help you learn about mitosis. So the first phase is prophase. So as you can see in prophase is when the nucleus begins to disappear. The nuclear envelope, which holds the chromosomes together, start to dissolve. The centromeres become more condensed so that you can see them if you were looking at them through a microscope. And the asters begin to separate to opposite poles. So right here I gave you a brief description. I'll briefly go over it. So like I said earlier, the nuclei disappears, the chromosome thickens, and they become more visible. The centromeres move to opposite poles of cells. Protein fibers cross cells to form mitotic spindle, and the nuclear membrane breaks down. So now we're going to go over to metaphase. And this is also why I said earlier that between metaphase and prophase, there's pre-metaphase. But I'm not going to explain that to you guys today. So in metaphase, the chromosomes line up in the middle, which is called the metaphase plate. So as you can see, the centromere or the aster are aligned at opposite poles completely, and they're producing microfibers which attach to the kinocore of the chromosomes. So what this does is it's sort of like a key. It attaches there and it splits the chromosomes up in the middle to pull it apart. And if this didn't occur, chromosomes would not be able to pull apart and we would not have life. The next phase I want to talk to you guys about is telophase. I mean, not telophase, anaphase. Telophase is the last one. So anaphase is the actual splitting of the nucleus. Oh, I'm sorry. Again, anaphase is the pull apart of the chromosomes from the middle. So as you can see, the chromosomes are no longer lined at the metaphase plate, as you see here. And they're being pulled apart by the microfibers. And the way this works is that at the centrosome, there is a enzyme that breaks down the microfibers at the start, which causes a chain reaction that pulls it towards the centromere. So as you can see, the daughter chromosomes are now split up and they're going to the opposite poles. And the way, like I said, the enzyme breaks them apart. The next phase is telophase. And as you can see in telophase, this is when the cells begin to separate. And when you can clearly see that the cell is about to break into two separate cells. So as you can see in telophase, the nucleus and nuclear envelope begins to develop again, and the cleavage fail, which really just means that the cell is beginning to divide. So you can see that there is a little indent on the sides because the cell's pulling apart to form two new cells. You can see also inside the nuclear envelope, besides just chromosomes, you can see the nucleus reforming in both of them. And the chromosomes begin to become less condensed. So you would no longer be able to see them inside a microscope. And in real life, I made a side note, in real life, the chromosomes are equal sizes. But when I drew it, I messed up. But I'm going to go over the whole process again. So the process starts off with prophase, then metaphase, then anaphase, then telophase. So there's many ways you can use to remember it. You can make an acronym, PMAT, and you can come up with a word for each of those letters that helps you best to explain it and remember the process. But remember prophase as the preparation stage of mitosis, metaphase, the chromosomes aligning in the middle, anaphase, pulling apart of the chromosomes from the metaphase plate, and telophase, the forming of two new cells. And that's the process of mitosis. I hope this video was helpful.